them call me. Come on up.
Beer shot, no shot, Teddy broke shot. Well on, rhythm just bust, so they must put me on. Top of the list, get the gist, so it go on. Murder the beat, in a Z non-stop. 999, them a call Babylon. Hide up in rhythm when everybody done. Left beer victim, enough of them a run. Draw for the cycle, draw for the sun. We own the title, straight fire bun. Enough of them can't carry where I'm from. Is it Jamaica or England? Rolling with the thugs, them and man. Draw for the Mac and the too long. Max and Barrows is where I'm from. 45 spinners is where I'm from. All medicine is where I'm from. Killers and winners is where I'm from. Introducing, introducing the former heavyweight undisputed champion of the world, Hasim Rahman. What up, King? We made it. We did
Good.
What's that? Stability. You look well.
Thank you.
You can say I look well as well. You can
Oh,
say
you
that.
look well as well.
Oh, thank you.
What's good? What's good?
What's
There's a lot of stuff been happening. What's good?
I know there's been everything happening, hasn't there?
Everywhere I
So,
go, people asking me questions. I know you got for me.
you
What's
know
up?
I'm no different. You know I'm no different. Yeah, I'll be asking a lot of where everybody knows your name. We want to go where everybody knows your name.
There we go.
Both girls, show my age. Okay, where should we dive in? Okay. Oh no, but I tell you what, I just want to answer one question that about your son's weight divisions that they fight in. Bar Junior. We already know Junior. Just the other two.
All right. Well, the Sharif, the junior middleweight, he fights at junior middleweight 154, and then I got an amateur son who was 15. He fights on welterweight. He fights at 145.
Okay, so that should answer Mark's question. Yes, Bomb Squad in the building. Yes, my Deontay Wilder fans. What up, Eric Gomes? Okay, so we diving in. Shall we dive in then? Shall we just go into the
Dive deep in.
What happened? Listen, what happened?
That's diving pretty deep. So, you know, my son signed a contract to fight Jake Paul
at 200 pounds.
At 200 pounds with like 3 weeks. So, you know, he's probably about he probably lose between 25 and 30 pounds in less than 3 weeks. So it was getting to be like we was letting them know what the progress was, right? So just to let them know, because the New York State Athletic Commission would not have allowed him. They wanted daily weight checks. So we were just keeping them on point, keeping them abreast of the situation. So nobody would be alarmed when he come in 205, 206, right? So because he already had a provision in the contract saying that if he come in a pound over, he would lose such percentage of his purse. So he was just letting them know, keeping them abreast of the situation so nobody wouldn't be shocked on weigh-in day. So when he told him where he was, then they said, all right, well, get us to this, be at this certain weight by 11:59, right? And then after we got out the phone with him 20 minutes later, they canceled the fight.
Really? Yeah. Well, I was following it quite closely because I was obviously invested because I was going to watch it only solely because it's your son on there. Otherwise, I would not have been watching it. But to be honest, but so he couldn't make the two. No, so he could. So this is the story that I was told or what I divulged. So you couldn't make it to 200. So the commission was making sure you're cutting weight, you know, correctly, so you're not to damage yourselves or
right.
Yourself. Started to prove a little bit of a struggle, so they was in the know. So you said we can. They bumped it up to 205, which effectively takes it out of cruiserweight and makes it now a heavyweight fight, which they didn't have to do because you know he's a cruiserweight.
The commission did it. They didn't do it.
Yeah, but it still makes it a heavyweight fight.
True.
That's not what's been signed for, a
True.
heavyweight fight, because then everybody's going to rehydrate. And then, and then he's probably got Rock Jr. did have a rehydration clause on as well, didn't he?
Yes.
So he couldn't hydrate more than 10 pounds.
But yeah, that didn't change though. So it would have been he'd have been fighting at the same weight come fight night. So
He would have been fighting at, say, okay, so they bumped it up to 205, but then I think there was some contract discrepancy that you guys were supposed to agree to the 205 terms, and you guys said, no, we're coming in at 215, and that's that.
no, that wasn't it because we didn't know where we was gonna be come fight night.
Yeah.
So we was just saying where we was right now. So come fight night, we could have possibly made the 200, but it just wasn't looking like that because you know, I mean Monday morning quarterback and now he still made 206 on the way in, right? And that's with cutting out spawn and cutting out a lot of other things that we were doing in preparation of making the fight. So had he sparred 8, 10, 12 rounds, a few more days, maybe he might come in 202, 201, 200. But it wasn't out of round, it was just out of respect for them to keep them abreast of the situation so they wouldn't be flabbergasted when he stepped on the scale at 205 or 206 or whatever he stepped on the scale at. So we was just trying to keep it professional, and they was and they was for the most part were too, but until it came down to them telling them to get into your weight by 11:59, and then 20 minutes later they canceled the fight.
So did you guys agree to the 205 terms, though? Because that's why they're saying that they cancelled, because you guys weren't agreeing to the 205.
We agree, of course, we agreed to the 205. If we agreed to 200, why wouldn't we agree to 205?
I don't know. Well, that's what they just said. Like
I think the
I think Stephen
confusion.
Espinosa
I,
came out.
I think the confusion come in where they wanted us to be at certain weights a week before, or like they want what they wanted when they wanted it. And that's just really not how we prepare or we cut or we might cut. Like I just put it this way: I know lightweights, I know welterweights, I know middleweights who cut 6, 7, 8 pounds the night before the fight. So why is this strenuous pressure being put on us to be sending you out weight and we got to be at this weight and this weight and this weight a week before the fight? We're going to make the weight. We're going to make the weight. So that was the important part. Monitoring our daily weight every single day was a bit ridiculous to me. So.
Yeah, but you wanted to do it, so you said in good faith, so they could see that you.
Yeah, but not every day, not on a daily basis.
I was every day. They was doing
Yeah,
that.
it gets monotonous. It gets ridiculous, redundant. You want every day. You want to know what we weigh. Like that's a bit. That's a bit out of character for anybody, any promoter, anybody. I've never seen that kind of happen. This so many weight checks, so many weight checks, so many weight checks. Why are you worried about what he weighed like that? If he's gonna, if especially when you move it up 205, so okay, he gonna make the 205. What's the problem?
But he didn't.
Because he didn't have a fight. He made 206 without a fight.
Yeah, I've never seen that they just do this, and then I just see that they let you weigh in the day before the fight, and whatever the weight, if you need to be penalised, then you're either the fight, so cancelled, or you're penalised some of your purse. Then I was quite shocked that it was just taken away as well.
When his training camp ended, right, he still made 206 without the heavy regimen we had him on. He still made 206. So, if everything was intact, he would have definitely came in under 205.
So, yeah. So, damn. So then we saw the sparring footage.
Come on, Tim. Let's start it. Let's go. That's all right, though.
Yeah, no. Rock, they said no photos, Rock.
Huh?
They said no photos.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah. Yeah, let Jeff. Work to your right. Come on, Jeff. Go ahead. Go ahead. There you go. Go ahead. Get off.
What was real footage and what was the fake footage? Because I thought I saw fake footage. I thought, I don't know, maybe because I saw footage with what seemed to look like someone that looked like your son on the floor. So I don't know if that was really because it
I,
looked like
I
he
don't
was
know
talking
what you saw,
to people.
but
Yeah,
I can
I could see
unequivocally tell
his
you,
face.
Jake Paul never put my son on the floor.
Yeah, because you couldn't see like the way he kind of like he did some doctoring thing, and I was
Yeah, he's
looking
a
at
content creator, so maybe he
yeah.
may have put some stuff like that. I mean, they got a heavy budget, so they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, because I said that's not him. I was like, it's not even his shade because this dude was, this was darker than your son. I was like, that isn't because you couldn't see the face. You could just see him like kind of like down. Like I went, nah, that's not him. That's two different. That's like a cut and paste.
Well,
Yeah. So
all I can tell you is that the footage speaks for itself. If you ever see the whole thing,
yeah,
I
I
mean,
saw
you
some
can
now.
you can see that they clearly handicapped my son. Actually, he really basically was told he can't switch up because my son really primarily fights south. He couldn't really switch up. He had to fight orthodox over and over and over. He pretty much couldn't throw his right hand. He just basically just used his jab and worked with Jake, just to work with him. Not Jake was going all out, doing whatever he wanted to do, and my son looking at it like, okay, like a bear with a cub, like, okay, I'm playing with this kid. So and Jake took it as if he was, in a real fight. And after the fight and after the fact, he went and jumped up on the ring ropes like he just won a world title or something. So he was going 100%. He was in a full fight mode, whereas my son was pretty much like toying with him, like, all right, go ahead, have fun. I'm just like, as if I would do with my little brother.
Yeah.
If I got it, or if I do with my son. I used to do the same thing with my son with Jake. What he did to Jake, I used to do the same thing with him.
Yeah, no, I saw. And how many times have they sparred?
Twice.
And in how many years?
2 years.
Oh, in 2 years. Yeah, because I saw that he wasn't allowed to, using one hand in some of the clips and some.
In every clip. You never see him really southpaw. You never see him turn southpaw, which is where he's at his best. And
Did I
you
see
always
him?
just see him, you always see him throwing, using his jab. Man, occasionally see him throw right hand, but it's few and far between because we got a saying in America, right? That you don't mess up the bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if Jake is really essentially his employer at that time, he working for him, he gets his sparring partner. Why he want to hurt him and beat him up and mess up the money?
No, you're not supposed to.
So you don't mess up the bag. So he know not to mess up the bag. So he's just playing with him. So, but if I'm playing with you and you going all out with me, then somebody got something wrong.
Yeah, and so do you think this? What was the reason why this was all done then? What was this all in? Was this just in aid of? Was he always going to pull out? Do you think?
I honestly believe that it was bait and switch. I believe that Jake wanted to have the brasses at Showtime believe that he was willing to fight a real fighter, a la Tommy Fury. And when the Tommy Fury thing didn't come off, he pivoted. He pivoted and said, well, you know what? Let's find out. This would make me think it was a bunch of fake stuff, right? Because I got a call first from his trainer, right? I got a call from his trainer, and they wanted like to see where my son's weight was.
Don't make me have to pop off scene. What them call me, top of top top. Pull up your and say top of top top. Everybody ball out, top of top 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 top. Top of top top. Pull up your and say top of top top. What them call me, top of top top. Everybody ball out, top of top top top.